The silhouette's burning, embers rising high, like a chemical fire. The flame won't die. Intertwine, darling, you and I. Barely scratching the surface. This obsession of mine is fueling the furnace. I'm up all night and we intertwine. Darling, you and I. And my heart beats cold under your control. Just let it fall.
All right, what's up, everybody? Oh, words are hard today. Happy Saturday. Gonna try something new today. Make sure this is good to go. Of course, this did. Oh, that's so. All right, give me like 10 seconds here. Cool. All right, should be good. Sorry about the delay on that. Had technical issues with stuff not working the way I want it to. Cool. All right, we should be good. Let's swap this on over, and we are gonna get in. So, uh, Deconstruction Simulator just released a demo recently on their new simulation game. This is from the same creators as Ship Graveyard Simulator 2, I believe. But it was advertised in their game, so I would imagine that it is their game. I'm excited. This seems kind of fun. I did play through kind of just like the tutorial just to kind of test out the audio as usual. But yeah, we're gonna jump in and we'll try a new game and we'll get this going. So Thank you for choosing to play Deconstruction Simulator Prologue. This is an introduction to the full version of the game and covers the basics of deconstruction gameplay and the key features of managing a deconstruction company. Alright. The full release offers even more exciting content, including more tools, larger and more varied locations, more available vehicles, and the ability to acquire your own property for demolition. The prologue is just a foretaste of what awaits you in your adventure as the head of a deconstruction company. It may contain bugs and changes that differ from the full version of the game. Have fun and let us know what you think. We want to make this game special for you as much as it is for us. This seems like a very big passion project, and I'm very excited to see that, because it seems like they have a lot of fun with this, and that's the important part. So we're gonna kind of go through the intro here.
Right there. 9102 Fairway Drive, correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
So it looks like we work for Hamilton Salvage Co.
Property looks intimidating. It's a simple job. Get your act together, or I'll find someone else to take your place.
A simple job. Yeah. I'll call you right back.
So our boss is telling us that we have to make our way to 9102
Here I am.
as the address.
The ball, easy money. At least that's what the boss kept saying.
All right, so we pull up.
I've arrived. I'll wrap up the job, write up the report, and roll. I'll see you soon.
I left the keys in the back. The wrecking ball's getting hungry. Don't prolong it. My patience is limited. And time is money.
He seems pretty aggressive on this. I don't know how I feel about that.
Boss, think there's something wrong with this house?
That seems odd.
It's crooked and
It's been repainted.
The right address. You think I'm talking crap, newbie?
no, boss. The thing is,
So my question is, I wonder is
The money's good.
there's no way that this is 9102.
Once a quarter. Move it.
That's also 9102. Interesting. Is this supposed to be like 6102 or something? Because like they repainted that. I don't know. That's interesting. All right, so we got some keys. We're gonna pick up the keys in the back that he left. The boss left for me. Pretty flower. All right. Well, now we'll jump on this this wrecker, I guess, and we'll do our job. All right. So our job is to break this open. All right. We'll hit the button and go.
we have a problem.
And it switched to 6102.
To the job, huh? What did you think?
So I've been fired.
Brought it on yourself.
And I did it apparently that's my fault. I mean, it kind of is, but also wouldn't have been as big of a deal if the boss actually listened.
Boss, see you in the contract market.
So we say, all right, we got fired. We know the job. We know how to do it. Let's do it ourselves. All right, so we're gonna be the Mr. Moose. We'll take that logo and we'll just jump in. We're gonna start the tutorial here.
First the paperwork, then
Kind of interesting. We got a pretty big facility for, you know, being someone that just got fired. We must have been real good with our money, or we were making good money. That's probably what it was. All right, so we got a couple of things here. This is our kind of starting station. Our work. Our workstation. So we're gonna sign up. We got a contract. We got to get our construction permit tier 1, issued by the International Bureau of Construction License (IBCL). All right, tier 1 for $10. That's cheap.
fair enough to get started. On the other hand, until then, the basic contracts will suffice for me.
All right, so that just means that we can't do anything past a certain level. So now we get to buy our first work van. A small van, 30 kilometers speed, $5 every 10 minutes for gas, and a medium capacity for 2,000. So we're gonna buy that. We'll park it in. What's
Let's see
next?
what's out there in the contract market.
So we go over to our contracts. So right now we have one review at 5 stars. Our first contract is a poor client. Just kind of as a note, there's a 5-day term and $0. So reputation required, tier 1, main job, living room, recover the customer's bookshelf, the bathroom, recover the customer's washing machine, and destroy 6 walls. So it's a 20-kilometer distance. We're gonna get $0 for this job, but it'll give us in the right direction to actually do our job. So containers. Let's prepare our first contract and buy 1 pallet. We'll place the collected bricks on it, which you can sell later.
Can't forget about the containers.
All right.
Them, I'd be like a fish without water.
So this right here,
Or
it's
like a
$5 for 1 pallet. So we're gonna right-click and buy there. We gotta open our truck, we'll grab our pallet, and we'll throw this in here.
I'll also need a box for small stuff.
So I need that open. So I'm gonna need a small box, $10 for the small box. Throw this in here. We close our truck, and we'll go off on to our first new job.
Location's close. Fuel's expensive, and time is money.
So it's $5 per. I don't remember what it said. Cost of gas was.
Trailer house.
This will be something that we'll dive into a little bit deeper. Right now, it's kind of just teaching me how to play the game. All right, so first job, enter the house. Before I do anything, I'm gonna open up these trucks because I'm gonna need to pull and put stuff in these trucks to do my job. All right. Scanner. Scanner is your best friend during the contract. It will show you key information about items of interest. The scanner shows the rarity, market value, and purpose of the item. It's a common armchair that we can take to the warehouse and sell. Take out the scanner and then scan 1 armchair. Remember to turn on flashlight or lights in the house if it's too dark to see. Or to equip the scanner. And the scanner works automatically when you hover it over an object. Cool.
Not bad. Let's scan
I am
something
gonna
like
turn the
this
lights
in
on here
safety.
because it's pretty dark in here. And YouTube, we all know YouTube does not like dark spaces. Okay, so first job, we gotta switch to our scanner. We got a common armchair.
Not worth my time here.
So the common armchair is $75. Let's find something more valuable. So due to the price to size ratio, you still have a fairly small car, so it's better to use the space for more valuable items.
A nice piece of work.
We got a
Very
dishwasher.
good, one might say.
We're gonna
Let's take
mark
it to the
that.
customer's van. I'll mark it with a scanner to remember its value.
And we'll pick this up.
If it weren't for the fact that a customer requested it, I'd gladly take it to the warehouse and sell for some good cash.
All right, we're gonna throw that in there.
I just
There's
need
one
to
job
work on the small
completed.
stuff, and I can get down to serious work.
All right, so now we need the small box. That there.
As always.
All right, and now we get to collect all the knickknacks that were left on here. Got the elephant in the room, some books, a hippo, piggy bank. Wonder if there's anything in there. Bunch of books, a save monster, bad samurai. That's what it looks like. Bad samurai. Interesting. All right. So you've cleared the bookshelf of small items, but it still clutters away with the walls we will be dismantling. We need to get rid of it. Let's dismantle it carefully. You can disassemble the angle connectors by clicking on them and moving the cursor forward and backward toward the ends of the connectors. Left click on the object to start dismantling. Left click and move mouse to remove the angle connector.
Last, I can
All right.
dismantle and package it.
So
This is gonna be satisfying.
we're gonna click on this here. We're gonna go to the top.
Posted on my tech talk.
Also, middle mouse gets you a flashlight. So it is based off of like your movement. So mouse wheel, zoom in and out, up, down, left, right. Q to go back, left to use the tool, right click to rotate. All right, interesting. All right, we're just gonna rip all of these connector pieces off. All right, and the last one is right here. It is based off of where the object's positioned. So like that end one, I do have to move my mouse up and down. Whereas these left ones, I gotta go side to side in order to open it up. Okay, so we got all the stuff disconnected, so we can use this, and we grab all the boards. Pretty decent sized cabinet here, and there we go. All right, we got our bookshelf, so we're gonna throw the bookshelf in. I believe the bookshelf goes in there, yeah. The customer's order. Okay, so that's been taken care of. Now we get to dismantle. It's time to get rid of the wooden walls. Disassemble some of them by recovering materials and destroy the rest with a hammer. Be careful not to hit any object unrelated to the order. You will receive a financial penalty. Next page. Once you've taken off the first layer of wall, you can get down to picking up the insulation, wadding, and wooden structural components. Remember that you can carry multiple boards and beads at the same time. Same goes for off-pallet bricks. Okay.
Now for some time-consuming stuff. But it'll be worth it.
Alright,
We're
so
taking
now
a lot of valuable parts
we're
from
gonna
the walls.
dismantle the walls here.
A lot of space in the car.
So we do the same thing. You go into the corners. We're gonna pry it off the walls and the floors and the ceilings. And then we can pick it up. We're gonna put that there. All right, and then we're gonna do the same. We're gonna cut this open. We got a bunch of insulation in the way here, but that's fine. I can just use this to cut across. It is left to right that you have to move, so I gotta move my mouse slightly to the right in order to open that up. So now I can grab this and grab that. And we'll grab these 4 boards. Also gonna grab this board and that board. So we're gonna throw this right there. Alright, dismantles. Time for destruction. Use the sledgehammer and remember to pick up debris when it starts cluttering your path. 2, and left click to destroy stuff. 3, to equip the garbage bag and clean up what you need to.
Now the best part. Just have to be careful not to damage anything else.
So I can just pick it up and move it, which makes my life super easy. Now I get to just break it. Alright, we got those broken. I do not want to do that, so Q. Alright, well, let's start cleaning up a little bit here. I got 2 big walls in my way. I can just pull it directly out of the wall like this, and that will fill up. On the left side, there's a bar that shows how much, how full my garbage bag is right now. Just do quick cleanup. 10-second tidy is what they call it. Alright, cool. We got that. Now that we got that, I think I can just do this, and that, and that, and then that one, and the whole thing should come apart.
Can't work like this.
Alright, so now the stuff is in the way.
My garbage bag.
Alright, so I got a filled garbage bag. So I'm gonna right click to place that. We'll leave that there. Dismantling. Remember the brick pallet you have in your car. It will help you recover the materials from this brick wall. Use the masonry chisel and then pick up the bricks and stack them on the pallet. Remember, dismantling does not equal destruction. When the bricks are ready to be removed, carefully transfer them to the pallet. Remember, as long as the bricks are not on the pallet, they may shatter after falling from a height.
I have to put the bricks somewhere so I can sell them later.
Okay.
I felt this pallet would come in handy.
So now we're going to grab our pallet here. We're going to walk inside. I do like that it's a small pallet, so it's not super heavy. And I guess... Alright, I'm just going to try to collect some of these boards that I can. Some extra boards doesn't hurt. Alright, we'll drop that there. And I want to clean this up a little bit so I can move that chair out of the way. So yeah, you kind of have a choice, it looks like. You can be the power-hungry destructor. Or you can be a little bit more strategic with it and collect some materials for later. So we got our chisel here. So it looks like these little ones are definitely worth chiseling out, so I'm not breaking the big ones. We'll see how this goes. Alright, so it looks like I do need to... Yeah, there we go. Okay, cool. Alright. There's our first 5. So I am grabbing from the top down, because it did say something about potentially having these break if they fall from a certain height. So it's possible that the ones on the top, if I don't grab them before they hit the floor, they may break. And then I lose out on some of the bricks that I want to keep. I am going to throw this pallet here. I want it really close. Just the one. All right, perfect.
Fortunately, the customer only wants bricks from one wall. Mr. Hammer, it's time for a snack.
Now for the fun part. I get to just break this whole wall. All right, there's that one. Same thing with this one.
Grabbing my stuff and slipping off to the warehouse. My work here's done.
All right, so we got that done. So now we have to load our truck up. We got our planks. We actually got some extra planks and beams, which is great. I'm gonna throw this pallet of bricks in the back, and then we're gonna throw the garbage bag in there. And I think we're done. Yep, so it looks like we're good. Job's done. $185 final payment. And that's for... Oh, this as well. Aw. Forgot to put that in. Alright, that's fine. Alright, we'll go to the warehouse.
Everything on its shelf. No clutter. If an occupational safety inspection comes by and sees bricks or refrigerators on the floor, they'll ruin me.
Alright, so we're gonna grab all the boards I can. And then it looks like I can just right click and it will store up and organize them based off of where they need to go, which is nice. Makes my life easy. I don't have to actually sort. Cool. All right, there's that. Now,
Heavy stuff. They don't pay me enough.
gotta put this in the right spot here. There's my bricks.
Now back to the computer.
Accept the order. All right, back to my computer.
Now that I've got it all stored, I'll get one
Order.
When
We
you
got our
guys are
order
checking,
one. They
don't
want
declutter the warehouse in the
a
process.
full pallet of bricks and 4 of the 270 centimeter planks. I have 10 and 1 pallet, so
What works
I have a
best
little
for
above,
me?
little above.
All in all, the cheapest is suffice.
Now you have to choose what size or what type of delivery you're looking for. Obviously, there's going to be some orders that have, they need larger amounts of orders. In this case, we have a pretty small order. It's the 1 pallet and 4 planks, so it's pretty easy to just run it and do a single small capacity. We'll do that.
Here's the contract. Too bad I have to wait until tomorrow to get.
All right, so we can complete the contract, and then we'll send the invoice.
If this keeps up, I'll be approached by richer and rarer customers.
Final review is pretty good.
Oh, the courier's already arrived.
Okay, and then we gotta wait. The courier will show up. Now we got our courier, so we got to open the truck. We got our pallet of those, and I believe it's 4 of those that I need. We'll drop those in there, and you can see in the top left, those have been completed. That's everything we need. So now we complete the order.
Thank you for your
Complete
cooperation.
the order. We made $64 off of some of the materials that we collected from our job. Cool.
Take larger orders. I need more space in the warehouse.
Now we get to upgrade our facility. So we're gonna do that quick.
Fill up. Adding a second one's reasonable.
So it wants me to do another wooden rack. So now that I bought one, I can grab it and collect it, and we're gonna slide it right in there.
See
Perfect.
if I can buy some tools.
Now that we got that, let's see what's next. Tools upgrade. Let's also take this opportunity to upgrade your cross screwdriver. The tools have several levels. Each upgrade significantly affects their effectiveness, and therefore the time you spend on contracts.
A new cross screwdriver would be useful. All in all, it's an investment. Need to dismantle stuff faster if I want to make better money.
A cross screwdriver, that's what they call it. In the US, we call it Phillips head. Either Phillips or standard. Those are kind of the go-to uses. All right, so we upgraded it to level 2. Nice. So we got a
That's enough for today. You know,
pretty skilled one. Ooh, pizza.
Here's to more successful endeavors.
All right, we finished the tutorial. So we're gonna end the day and go to the next day. We'll see what our next job is. Okay, so we got $15 back for our recycling, because we collected those materials in the garbage and then placed that on the recycling floor. That gave us $15 back, cost us $10 in fuel, and then $50 daily cost to run the warehouse. We netted negative $45. So we had to pay out $45 for the day for that specific section. Now we also had our first contract, which gave us $185, and then we also had our first order 111, which gave us $64. So we ended up with a profit of $204. Cool. Tutorial completed. Use the computer to accept more contracts. All right, let's go in and we're gonna see how far we can go here. So we got a couple of jobs here. So we do need like really good reputation for these. And this is like a massive order. 2 days to complete the task. Let's do this tier 1. We got 2 days to complete this task. It's a little bit further away, but it's not as crazy high requirements to do the job. So let's try that. So it looks like bonus job. They want the sofa, our TV shelf, and the TV. And then we also got to clean up. So we'll accept that contract. Now that we got that, let's check and see if we have any good orders coming up here. So they want some 150 centimeter common beams. This guy wants 270 and 150. So we need a lot of the 150 centimeter pieces. They want a lot of pallets. Can't really do that. They want a lot of stuff. Okay. So for the most part, my goal is going to be getting these beams. Those are going to be worth it, just to be able to collect stuff. So I guess while we're here, I don't know if I wanted 2 of those. Let's grab. We'll grab 2 just to be safe. I just don't want to be in the situation where I'm unfortunately not holding enough. So we're gonna grab 2 pallets as well. Because it'll be nice to get the bricks. I don't think I need anything else, do I? No, that should be it. Cool. Alright, so we can just go to the abandoned shanty, and we'll give this a try. Okay, so open up that truck, open up my truck. So we're gonna go in. Let's open this up, and we need to get some lights on here because I cannot see a dang thing. Living room lights. All right. We're looking pretty good. Let's open this door here. We got our bathroom. Okay. So I need the sofa, the RTV shelf, and the common TV. I also need to recover the dresser, display cabinet, and fridge. So let's do this. This is a common washing machine. That's pretty not valuable. That's a pretty cheap wardrobe. We'll mark that. Oh, cheap figure. Is this the dresser that I need? Yeah, dresser. So we'll mark that. There's our fridge. We're gonna mark that. And I need the display cabinet. That's the RTV shelf that I need. Where? Oh, here it is. All right. Yeah, so we'll do that. Okay. Okay. Where do I want to go here? All right. So. Oh boy. Okay. So it's a good thing I got that screw because I do need these. Alright, so we're going to use this so that we can pull this dresser apart. So this is like full Deconstructor Simulator here. Alright, so we got our first drawer. Alright, so we got to pull that one out. Let's pull this one out. There's that one. There is a lot to this one. So this will take quite a while actually, because there's a lot to this. All right. Okay, so let's get these screws out of here. These are flatheads. While I'm doing it, let's get the top here. That should allow me to pull that out. Perfect. Okay, yeah, there's another thing under there. It's fine. So let's get these screws out first, and then get rid of the get rid of these here. All right, there's the side ones here. We'll grab that, and we got that. It's all bundled up. Okay, so this is the dresser. So this goes in customer's truck. So we got that one taken care of. Perfect. Alright, so we're gonna slide through here and we're gonna take out all of these screws. Before we do that though, let's grab our case here. We got an elephant here too. Piggy bank. Okay. Another piggy bank. Get some books and stuff too. They do need this cabinet. That's what I'm working on. And we'll throw the kettle in there so it's out of the way. I don't think they need this stuff. Just the fridge. I need to destroy some walls. I need the sofa, our TV shelf, and the TV. Alright. So this is TV. This is the extra one. So this goes in my stuff, right? I think. Yeah. Okay, perfect. That makes my life easy. Okay, now that we got that going. Alright, we're gonna get the last of the screws here. And that should give us what we need to move on. So this should allow me to take out all the boards that are inside. And then we get to destroy the walls. And I'm probably gonna do the cheap the money saving job right now, and we're gonna try to keep as much of the wooden boards as possible. Okay, so now that this should allow me to pull the doors off. And there should only be 2 of these. Yep, one at the top and the bottom. That's not structurally sturdy. These doors are way too thin for that. It is interesting that the flashlight works based off of your mouse pointer. So you can see, like, you can't see anything to the right, but I move over and then it does. This game actually feels really good for its, like, controls. I've played a couple of games that are very similar to this that are just atrocious when it comes to the controls. This one's not bad. I found that this one seems to do a really good job of making intuitive controls that don't feel like you're working against the way the game works. Alright, so this one is also for the customer. Cool. Got this. Jump the fence here, and we're gonna throw this on top. There's that. Okay. Fridge is also... I cannot jump with the fridge. That's fair. Alright, there's a bridge. I gotta destroy walls in here. Alright, let's save this. Because I have a feeling I should be able to sell this. I don't know, we'll see. Right now, I'm kind of just in the mood where I kind of think I want to just collect everything for now and then see what tends to be more common for required stuff. 'Cause, I mean, obviously right now I don't think any of this is really... This probably won't actually be something that I sell, but I would rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it. Alright, let's pull it apart. It'll be nice to upgrade some of my stuff too. Right now... Alright, get the last two brackets here. I can grab that, that, and that. Bam, boxed up. Like I said, so this does this need to go? No, I just need to destroy walls. Yeah, so that doesn't go in there. Is this how this works? Can I just like... The wardrobe was in the way, so I did need to do that. So I can't collect that, even though that's valuable. Interesting. Alright, there's that. I gotta grab this. Are there screws? I'm not seeing screws, which makes my life very easy. Prying everything apart. All right, come on, Lego. Alright, so this is bonus item. So this should be able to go in here without a penalty, right? Yeah, so there's that. And then the sofa's the last thing that I can grab. I don't know if I will have enough room for that. Let's do this. Place you here. Now we get to play the organization game. Alright, we'll drop that like that. And then... drop that there like that. Cool. Alright, and then I should be able to throw the boards on top. Okay, so yeah, these are the walls I gotta break. And I think this is what I want to do. I don't need these panels. Alright, so we're gonna collect all this. This should be a good bit of garbage that I need. This should be everything left. These two walls, we'll keep going with this. I need these boards, because these boards are going to be the valuable profit, because I got a bunch of orders that will fit for those products. All right, there is a bunch of boards there. All right. Cut these boards open again. Alright, so I am full on boards. Drop those in there like a mess, because why not? Alright, that's all of the boards that I need. At least for that section there. Alright, so these are all of the walls that I gotta break. Now that I got that, I got one pallet for disposal. So we'll leave that there. I should be able to get a whole nother bag of garbage with all the stuff left on the floor. We'll see how much that is, though. I mean, I technically also still have all of this insulation that I have to get. Grab all the insulation. And we've already filled up a whole nother bag of garbage. Great. Love that. I just about messed up. That was not what I was aiming for. Okay, so now I should be able to do... Oh, that's the other way. That's interesting. That's the first time I've had that. So, going left with the saw. Alright, we're gonna cut all these boards out so that we can collect them. Hopefully, I have enough boards of the right sizes to be able to finish up the handful of contracts that I have left. Hopefully. We'll see, though. Yeah, these are like smaller ones too. I guess we'll find out. Alright, I'm gonna pick that up and move it out of the way because it's in my way. Alright, we got this one. I think most of these boards should be released now. What's great is, once I get rid of the top and the bottom, the back side is gonna just fall apart. Yeah, I can grab that, and that. Alright, that's as many boards as I can grab right now. I don't know if I can fit those in there. Oh, that exploded. That was not what I wanted. Alright, well, I guess we're gonna rearrange real quick. Alright, there's all my boards. So let's do this then. Pick this up. Open this door. Okay, place that like that.
Throw away the city lights, throw away the cars. Give me a clear night underneath all the
All right, so that fits there. Now I can throw this on top of that.
I just want somewhere that the blue skies are. So come with me to a place afar where the palm trees dance and sway. So run with me. If we leave right now, we might make it in time. The sunset is fading, but the light's not gone. The ocean waves have just begun. The water is cold.
Sure. All right, we'll sit like that. That. Whole bunch more boards. I don't think I'm supposed to take all of the boards like this, but I'm gonna, cause
This is where we're meant to stay, where we should be. This place is where the sun shines forever free. The sunset is fading, but the light's not gone. The ocean waves have just begun. The water
oh, I get a couple that I missed. Whoa, what did I just do? Alright. Oh my gosh. Why did my boards explode like this? That's not what they're supposed to do. Okay, so I should be able to fit all this stuff.
sunset is fading, but the light's not gone. The ocean waves have just begun. The water is calming, the night is young.
Alright, so I wasted money on the pallets, and that's my bad. But this should be pretty good. I should get basically the pallet. The good news is the pallets are the super cheap ones. It's the buckets that are expensive.
The price of everyone else falling down, but I'm not going down with you. So you may rise, but you'll never
Okay, so all of my main jobs are completed.
found you.
All of my bonus jobs are completed. So we can go. Alright, I'm gonna close that like that. So now put that over there. Alright, so let's do this. That's not what I wanted.
Won't let you fire me, won't let you drag me down. I won't even let the power that you own burn down the city, let it
Alright, let's grab the big boards right now. I don't know what I just did. Alright, I'll drop that there. Perfect. Alright, big boards. how do I do this? Well, that just messed everything up. Great, I love that. I need a bigger truck already. I just started and I already need a bigger truck. I don't think I can. I don't think that works. I gotta close the door. Okay. Yeah. So if I do, all right, let's rearrange again and see how this goes. Alright, there's all my boards. Let's do this. So let's grab all the long boards and we're gonna put these flat like that. I don't know what that was, but it gave me a quick spin. All right, we're gonna do the same thing here. Alright, so let's grab these. We're gonna throw those there. Okay. I got that. So let's drop that there. I can drop that on there. And then this. We can throw in like that. Up. All right, that's in there now. Perfect. Job's done. We can head home. And then we'll try this again. Okay, we're back. So I'm gonna open this up. And let's see, I think, yeah, so this goes on the shelf over here. Got that. This goes on there. This also goes on there. I'm gonna grab the one pallet here. And by pallet, I mean bag of recycling. Okay. So now I can grab these boards here. It's so there's gonna be like a level of organization that I'm gonna require at some point. For now, I can do these little ones, and I don't have any space, so I gotta do another one. And then filling that. The good news is, once we organize everything, I can keep it organized. Alright, we're gonna leave that as the tall. Cool. Alright, now I'm going over to this side for the little ones. Cool. There's all of everything. Cool. So now I go into my orders. Actually, I go to my contract. I can complete the contract. $600 for that. Send the invoice. Contract execution 100%. Definitely calling me again. 5-star review. Sweet. Now, we're going to jump into some of these orders here. So they want one common beam. Not much money on a lot of these. So the right side is what I have in my inventory or in my warehouse. And the left is what I don't have. Okay, so I can accept that. We're going to do the small. Okay. So 150 centimeter board. So I go to 4. These are all the big ones. So what is it? This one? 150 cm board. It's one of these. Alright, so that job's done. So now I can go to the order and go back to... Where is... Oh, my accepted order here. Complete the order. Send the invoice. Great, reliable job, 5 stars. Cool. Alright, so this guy also has... Do small there. So I need two... I need two 270s. Beam. I need 2 of those. And I need a 150. That's 150 beam. All right. All right, we can complete this job super quick. Orders accepted. Complete the order. Send the invoice. Quick and precise. Job done. All right, cool. So I can't do any more of these jobs. We have a lot of the planks, so I don't necessarily need to buy planks anymore, which is nice. Now, what? Curious. Requires 3 completed contracts for the next order. $500 for the garage. I got $470 cash right now. So, so we will get paid tomorrow is what's gonna happen. We got $600 coming in. So I think we end the day because we did our orders and everything. So $30 back for the recycling. That's just shy of half of the costs for fuel and warehouse maintenance. So we got -40 for our standard bills, $602 profit for our contract, and the 2 orders I made about $43, $44. So we profited $606 for the day. Sweet. That is not bad profit-wise. So we are up to $6,000, or sorry, $1,000. I still got 2 more contracts that I gotta do. It looks like we can take care of this order. So we'll select that. Build a garage. So it's 2,000 for that one. Unavailable in the prologue. So we can only do the small trucks. Okay, that's good to know. So we'll open this up. So I need I need 2 150 beams. We'll throw those in there. I need a plank, 170 plank, or 270 plank, and 2 270 beams. All right. There's that contract, that order completed. We'll send the invoice for that. Great, reliable job. This one. Ooh, I definitely want to do this one because they want the shelf and everything that I got. Yeah, let's accept this order. We want to do the slightly bigger one because I need more stuff in this. Because the sofa's going in here. There's the sofa. He wants the RTV shelf. Right, this is the RTV shelf. Throw that in there. Perfect. So now I need 3 150 beams. 3 150 beams and a 120 beam. Cool. There's that job done. We'll complete that order. $146 for that one. 5 stars. Alright, we're gonna do one. So I got chairs and a table. This wants washing machine, water heater, ceiling. That's a lot of stuff. Table. Okay. Yeah, let's do... Oh, I need a level 2 permit. I can't do that one. That sucks. Alright, we'll do this top one. We'll do the great cleanup. So it looks like cover TV for the customer, recover the wardrobe, dresser, sofa, TV, destroy some walls, and then clean up. Walls in the bathroom, so those are going to be not bricks, so I do not need pallets. I get washing machine, toilet, water heater, ceiling light. Oh no, this one. So recover our TV shelf, wardrobe, TV. I don't have to destroy anything, so it's just okay. Yeah, cool. So we're good. I am gonna take one of these though. That should help me. We'll do this great cleanup. See how this goes. So I got both vans are parked right in the way. Perfect. Okay, so I gotta go in the living room, bathroom. I think that's stuff that I get. Alright, so we'll throw this in here. Clean off the shelf. I'm pretty sure our TV shelf. Make sure. Yeah, so I gotta mark that. That's shelf. Sofa, I gotta mark that. It's a wardrobe. Recover RTD shelf, the wardrobe, and the TV. Perfect. Chair, and I got 4 chairs and the table. So I got the table, chair, 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 chair. Yeah, I gotta leave the sofa. Okay. Alright, we'll pull this all apart real quick. It'd be nice to get the upgrades for the tools too. I think max upgrades on tools would be really nice to use. Alright, there's that drawer. This. It's kind of interesting when you pan outside how fast it brightens up. I mean, it looks pretty dark on the screen, but it actually looks still watchable, which is great. I'm glad that that sits at a good position. Okay. We're gonna break all of these off here. Alright, there's that. Cool. So this is the RTV shelf for the customer. So I gotta throw that in there. There, we're good. There's one. And now the same thing. I gotta do the wardrobe. So grab that. So I'm excited for this game. It seems like it's going to be pretty fun. I definitely am excited for it. I'm not sure when the release date is. This demo just came out, so I imagine that the demo is going to be a ways off. I think we have a while to wait before this is going to be a full release game. But I'm definitely excited for it. It seems like it should be pretty fun. There's a lot to it already, even with just this being a demo. Yeah, it should be fun. It'll be interesting to see all the other features that they add in this. I know they have a lot of really cool features in Ship Graveyard Simulator that they have. So it'll be interesting to see where they want to go with this and what they want to do. I'm definitely in support though. This is pretty fun. Why is this way? There we go. All right. So here's this. This goes in the customer's spot, and then I need to grab the TV for them. And then my job is done here. Alright, so they got all their stuff. So now I get to grab my stuff. This is a nice little small TV. Or table, sorry. My brain went to T and it came out wrong. Okay. Oh boy, this is a full screw table. Ooh. I need to upgrade this screwdriver fast. I think that'll be the thing that I upgrade right now. I have a lot of order money coming in for tomorrow. I should profit about $100 on just the orders I completed today, plus the money I get for my job here. Hopefully, I make a fair bit for this job. Plus, we'll get a table and chairs here that'll be a pretty decent profit that should be able to sell orders for. I don't know, we'll give it a try. We'll see where we land today. Last one. And we're gonna grab these little plates. And of course these are screwed in place. I think I'm fine with the flat head. It's the Phillips head, or sorry, standard or star. I don't even remember what they called it. All right, we'll throw this in our truck. Check here. We got all that recovered, plus that. Okay. I found the wrong position for me to look at the door. All right. No, we got this going. We can throw this on the shelf here. These chairs can all be placed in here. Okay, that job's done. Let me check the tools. $300 for that. You know what? I'm gonna buy those two. That's all my money. But let's check and see if there's another order we can complete today. No, not today. Complete the contract, send the invoice. That money will come tomorrow. Let's just go to the next day. $60 for the day plus $418 that we made. Sorry, the $478 that we made back. Total amount profit $418. Reached a negative balance in your company's budget. As a result, it is impossible to buy new vehicles, upgrade tools, and require new real estate. Try to regain financial stability as soon as possible so you don't lose your business. I'm back to profit, so it literally was just because those $60 bills were more than what I had in my pocket. Alright, well, we'll plan to be better about it next time. Okay, so 2 chairs and the table, plus a bunch of planks. We get $76 back for that. TV and some beams. Yeah, I don't have any of this other stuff. I need 2 tables for that job. Okay. Yeah, let's, we'll accept this order. And the small carrier should be fine. So I need 2 chairs, 2 common, I need 2 150 beams. 150 beams. There's my 2 150 beams, a 270 plank, and a 270 beam. Okay. There's all that. Okay. That just barely fits in there. Okay. Now I need chair 1. I need chair 2. Oh, I did that wrong. I just need... I only need 1 150 beam. Okay, that's what I did wrong. Okay. I don't know why I grabbed 2. Okay, and then we grab our row table. And then we should be able to make... That's about $120 profit off of this order. At the door, and I should be able to complete the contract. Order... Complete the order. Send the invoice. Sweet. Alright, cozy at a cost. I do need the tier 2 for these. How much is the tier... I gotta do 1 more contract. So I guess we'll take this one. Recover wardrobe, dresser, sofa, and TV. I had to destroy 5 walls and clean up. I need a washing machine, toilet, water heater, ceiling light. Ugh, that's a lot of stuff. Okay. So I am gonna buy one of these. I don't need the pallet because I'm gonna skip bricks. I'm not going to collect bricks. Bricks are not valuable enough for me to spend the effort and time to collect. Okay, so we got those open. I'll bring this in here. What did I do? Oh, I cleaned up. Okay. So I gotta recover the TV from the shed. I'll throw this in there. That job's done. This is... So, warehouse, toilet from the warehouse, what do I need? Washing machine, toilet, water heater, ceiling light. Alright, this in my truck. Oh, that's the water heater. Alright, fine, we'll put it back. Alright, we'll unmark that. Holy cow, it is so dark in here. Alright, washing machine, that's mine. Water heater. Right. I did this right. I'm doing this right, I think. Yeah, okay. That's mine. This is also mine. Okay, what do I need? Okay, so they need the sofa. Oh, sofa goes to the warehouse. Alright, we're gonna have to reorganize again. Okay. They want the dresser, so... This is what I gotta do. Let's see how fast the screwdriver goes now. It's a little better. We'll try it. Alright, there's that drawer. I got one more drawer left and then a couple more screws to pull out. This. Because I did also upgrade the flathead, so the fact that it's going this at that speed is kind of interesting. Alright, screws. Alright, now for the fun part. You get to just whack all these things off. Alright, here's this. Alright, so that railing is just a little too tall for me. Good to know. Alright, so there's that. I have the sofa. There's nothing out back, right? Nope. Okay. This is the wardrobe. So now I gotta collect this one. Okay. Pull out the screws. It'll be nice when if I can manage to get all the like top tier tools. Okay, so rip these screws out. I'm glad it's only 2 though, because it would get pretty annoying if there was 3 on every door. Okay, get this one. We can take that lid off. Break this one. There are a lot of these on here. I guess it's security. The magic floating cabinet. Oh. So many screws. Alright, last drawer, and then I should be able to just rip this whole thing apart. Alright, here's the fancy wardrobe. I can just drop that over there. Sweet, that makes my life easy. Alright, we got the good wardrobe. I got some walls to destroy. Yeah, and then, okay, so they just need that, and destroy the walls. We can get the toilet and the ceiling light. Ceiling light, not the fan. Oh, interesting. So you even pull this stuff apart. All right. All right, that's mine. What? No, I guess not. That's not my ceiling light. There's a different ceiling light somewhere. Probably this one. It's the bathroom ceiling light. I'm guessing. It's got to be this. I'm pretty sure. Maybe I'm wrong. No, I was right. All right, it was the bathroom one. Okay. And then the toilet's mine as well. Put that there, I guess. That doesn't work. Okay, let's rearrange it while we're here. Put the sofa in here. Yes, like that. Throw that in like that. This we'll throw in. Not like that. Come on, there we go. Perfect. Alright, and then... So our job is essentially done. I just need to put this in there. Truck. Job's done. And now I just need to break the walls. There is a lot of bricks here. But I am going to forego the bricks. I will just take the cash for the garbage. All right, almost done. Just gonna keep grabbing. Make sure. Just need to break up this wall a little bit more. Alright, this stuff is really in my way now. Do I even have room for these? I hope so. I'll figure it out. Alright, so we got all that stuff taken care of. What's that door? Keep collecting the garbage. Jeez, that's almost full already. Again, there's the second bag. I do want these because I'll get like immediate cash back on that. Only like 15 bucks per bag, but I would rather that than have to hold on to pallets of equipment. Alright, so now I have one wall I still have to destroy. I'm confused. Oh, there's a third bag. Is it this? Oh, yeah, okay. Cool. Alright, I got the final wall. That's everything for the job completed. Well, the door is now locked. I don't know how I managed that. The placing in this game is not great, though. At least for now.
I'm trying not to let go of my pride, but every time you come back, it's like falling down these lies again. This feeling that I have deep down inside. I just wanna be the one you need. And now I need you by my side. I can't sleep at night. Let's get lost in time. Leave it all behind. I can't get enough. Oh God, I'm enough. Let me be the one for you.
Oh, come on. This door is broken now. I can't open that door anymore. Good to know. Alright, we'll put that one like that. Why? I don't understand. It's like sometimes it's like off. This is why. Alright, still have to put toilet in here. Guess we'll do that. I don't understand. Like I'm gonna be honest, I am not a big fan of the placement in this game. It's like I don't know why it's raised like that. And there's no way for me to adjust. Because this will fit in here. It's just finding a random hitbox that it's considering not valid anymore. That's really dumb. Yeah, see, like, I can't even do this. What? All right, we're done. I'm getting frustrated. I'm saving and quitting. So that was the only frustrating part. Is the placement in your truck is kind of jank. There's weird hitboxes that it just doesn't register right, because there's no reason that I should not be able to fit that on top of the sofa. There's no reason. But for some reason there's a hitbox thing that's going on. So whatever. It's, you know, obviously it's a little frustrating, but you know, I just played the demo for 2 hours. So it's definitely going to be a good game. There's definitely obviously a little bit more work that needs to go into it, which is fine. I'm perfectly okay with that. The bones of the game, the game itself is fun and it feels rewarding. And that's like the bigger part, is obviously if the game is not fun to play, if the core mechanic of the game is not fun to play, why would you ever, like, the polish won't change if the game doesn't have a good base. This game has a really good base, so I'm excited to see, because the polish can come later. This is, again, just a demo, and they just released it not that long ago, so I imagine there are going to be a lot of issues, but for a demo, there is a lot of good game here. So I had a lot of fun. I am gonna leave this here though. I will keep up to date myself personally on this game, and we'll kind of try to see when it releases, when they plan on releasing it, and then I'll keep on top of the updates and stuff too. Might make just some short videos, maybe maybe add some shorts to the channel and just talk about updates on games that I've been playing, or, you know, future games. Kind of giving a list of the games that I'm excited for or something like that. I don't know. We'll check and see how that goes. But I want to thank you all for joining me today. Like usual, like, subscribe, follow me on Twitch. It all helps. You know, the more people that are subscribed to my channel, the more chance that my videos are going to be seen. I do plan to still leave live streams as kind of the primary content, with leaving those live streams on my account, so you can watch these back at any time, and maybe, you know, roast me for any of the dumb mistakes or whatever I made. But yeah, thank you for joining me, and we will see you next time.